And I can see that augmented reality will be a normal way of life to a certain extent, being able to visualize information on top of you, on top of the real world.
Mark Sage is the Executive Director at Augmented Reality for Enterprise Alliance. He's also an expert in AR, VR and IoT. He joins us now on Cloud Moves TV. Mark, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Real pleasure to have you on.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's great to be here.
Now, analysts have said in a few years' time, AR will be worth $4 billion. So how can enterprises really capitalize on augmented reality?
I think at the moment they need to look at the use cases that would be most interesting for them and what business problems they need to solve. So we're seeing lots of our enterprises who are members of the area looking at a whole raft of different use cases and using different types of AR technology. But it's really focusing down on the ones that will give them the best improvement in terms of performance and efficiencies within their organization.
And Mark, which industries are really leading the AR revolution and how can businesses support the growth of it?
Well, we're seeing from our membership lots of different industries. We're seeing a lot within the aerospace. Yeah. So we have organisations like Boeing and Lockheed Martin and these kind of organisations. Also automotive is another big bit. But to be honest, we're seeing quite across the whole raft of different large industries, people being interested in AR and seeing what it can do to make them, again, more effective and more efficient in their working.
Mark, is AR in competition with VR, virtual reality, and will both of these platforms eventually eclipse video entirely?
So I don't think they're in competition, absolutely not. There are different kind of use cases where you can see a very good journey that moves from VR when you're designing something into AR, which is in the real world. And that's very important that, augmented reality is about in the real world. Will it change video? Well, maybe one day in the future. At the moment, certainly from the augmented reality space, is about putting that information on top of the real world, so not really a video experience in my eyes.
And will augmented reality eventually disrupt the mobile phone market? In the sense, do you think handsets may one day become completely obsolete?
Quite possibly. I've spent a lot of time also in the mobile industry, and I do see it in augmented reality. And more about the wearable side of it can be something that will disrupt that industry completely. And I can see that augmented reality will be a normal way of life to a certain extent, being able to visualize information on top of you, on top of the real world. How that happens, I think there's going to be lots of different interesting ways, and I'm really excited to find out what they will be.
Absolutely, watch this space. Mark, just one very last question. What would you say to those individuals who actually haven't been able to attend AppsWorld today and are thinking of coming next year? What would you say to those people?
Well, come. It's a great, yeah, that's right, absolutely, great show. It's quite diverse in terms of the different applications and the different technologies. I think we're seeing lots of, not only from a software but from a hardware perspective, and there's lots of really interesting demos and things like that. It's a great place to come and find out what's happening latest here and now.
Fantastic. Mark, thank you so much for joining us. That's Mark Sage speaking to us here. I'm Emma Boyle and this is Cloud Moves TV.